Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for February 2023. This is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Some of you are intuitively guided. Thank you for paying attention to your intuition. Excuse me. Or some of you may be in love with the Scorpio or just checking on a Scorpio's energy. You know, remember that I read through my spirit guide, so I feel like there would be a message for you too. I just want to take a quick moment and thank my daughter, whose channel I'm using, Jenny Love Tarot. I'm Archangel Guidance, aka Sandy. My channel is hijacked, so my daughter was kind enough to let me upload my videos on her platform. So thank you to those who've already subscribed to her, just for allowing me, and I hope my old subscribers will find me. That's our goal, that they find us here. And then Jen and I are just going to do some collaborations together. You know, we're going to take advantage of the situation and even go live together. So definitely you want to make sure, you know, that you subscribe and hit that bell so you know when we go live. Because, you know, I figure if we're live together, that's twice the questions. So, all right, let's get into your reading though. We're going to use 4 different decks, guys. We're going to use the Luminous Tarot to do any clarifying. We, of course, are going to use Mother Mary for our oracle, our words of wisdom. We're using the Angel Tarot also as like an oracle, just to give us maybe a short message on its own, but then it'll probably play in the spread. And then we're going to use the Tarot Dreams for your main spread. So let's go ahead and get into this. I don't know if I said this is for February 2023, though time is fluid. You know, I feel like you just find it when you find it, and that's just the right time for you. All right, let's give them a cut. My daughter is a Scorpio, October 29th. Many of you know that. My brother is a Scorpio, November 6th. Okay, well, that didn't take long. I like how it landed on top of the other cards. Wow. Jesus. Jesus. I pray for Jesus' help and guidance with this situation. I know exactly what that means. Because I have to tell you, I've been going, you know, the things that, like, I don't know, January brought some very difficult things, you know. I fell, I broke my foot, I sprained my wrist, and then my channel gets hacked, my email got hacked. It's crazy. And it's so slow moving. So I feel like I know this energy, like, just please help me, Jesus. Please help me. All right, let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. We'll read that from the book at the end of the reading. But I feel like I already know why it's here, right? It just means that your prayers are being heard and probably answered. Though I feel like what we got to remember is, like, we can pray for. You know, like, I remember when I first started doing tarot, I started on Facebook. And that's when you could just post videos and, you know what I mean? And I had quite a following, and I did a lot of personal readings. And, you know, I got to know some really great people. When then YouTube or Facebook no longer allowed you to do that. And I just stuck. So that's what moved me over to YouTube. And I found the blessing in that because YouTube, you know, I've really grown, and I mean, like, professionally, but also, like, within. But now that my channel is hacked, I'm like, okay, is it asking for something else? And it may be this, and maybe working with my daughter. You know, I mean, it does feel like I'm starting over again, but in a way, maybe that's what I need. I don't know. All right. Anyway. All right. So these cards have words on them. And we're going to read the words. Planning for the long term. Abundance from past choices. Oh. Pride in the success of your labors. Be patient as you decide what's next. Then we have the Four of Wands. So much to celebrate. Send gratitude to the divine and the angels for the peace and prosperity coming to you. Peace and contentment in your personal life. Okay, we're going to leave that 3, 4, like immediate growth. You know, I feel like it's saying some of you are going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. But in no way does that mean, you know, it's like what's happening to me. And I don't like to talk about myself. I apologize for that. But sometimes, you know, things happen that's against, like it's outside of your control. But then sometimes what you do with that, you know, you figure it out down the road, like, okay. Makes perfect sense now, because in some way it blessed me, though it feels like a curse right now. Anyways, so much to celebrate. Not only does it talk about so much to celebrate, but it's you being so grateful for it at the same time. Well, hello lovers. And then we have the Six of Wands. Interesting. Two sixes back to back. You know, it looks, if I was just reading the way the cards look, it looks like I'm leaving this lover. But it doesn't feel that way, because this is, you know, next to the energy of pure gratitude and energy that truly you're going to want to celebrate, that is celebrated. Listen, even if you don't celebrate it, celebrate it above. I feel like, you know, because the Six of Swords talks about the moving away from anything that's like toxic to you. Can be my own thoughts too, though. We got to keep that in mind. Like sometimes my own thoughts, now they can be based on what other people told me, right? That was their belief system, but it's not yours. These two sixes are definitely connected. You know, heading towards new waters. Okay, let's keep going. I don't know why I'm doing this. I already did this. But I feel like I have to finish through now. Like I feel like I have to give him another cut. So I'm going to do it. Pride in the success of your labors. Patient as you decide what's next. Well, then the Hermit shows up. You know, Hermit is all about patience. Hermit, you know, this could talk about, first of all, because the Six of Swords is here, it can talk about like something that, you know, you've realized was really toxic to you. Maybe in many different ways. Maybe, you know, in your financial house, but maybe also in your love. The Hermit is really taking a deep dive and looking at oneself, you know, and really asking the big questions and looking for the light, right? Hermit realizes, I am the light. I am my own savior. The wise one. It means there's a lot of wisdom to be gained in your lifetime. It means that you're here to gain that wisdom, your soul. Card of Virgo also, by the way. The Five of Pentacles, interesting. Why would you celebrate that, right? It's coming right under the card where it's saying so much to celebrate. But you have the Five of Wands. Interesting, because the Five of Wands is looking over at the Hermit. Like almost asking for help. The Five of Pentacles, I'm sorry. Five of Pentacles is that energy of really feeling thrown out into the cold, and it's usually beyond your control. But you don't have a choice. You got to keep moving. It is temporary energy. And what I mean by that is very quickly you start moving, like the right people show up to give you a helping hand, if you're open to that. Some of you are becoming the Hermit. And I feel like the Hermit really becomes like the master teacher. And whether I'm just teaching, listen, it's through your energy first and foremost. That's what I feel like the beacon of light is. It's your energy. It's what you have learned. It's your wisdom. And I don't think it's just from this lifetime. We may think that, but I feel like it's collective. Anyway. It's just interesting, but I feel like for some of you, it's like I just got this image of like a grandfatherly type energy helping you out, helping you in some way. We have the Seven of Cups. But who is my lover? We have the Four of Pentacles under the Six of Swords. And then we have the Sun. Beautiful. The Sun is about complete illumination. It's coming right under the Hermit. Whatever questions I've been asking in the Hermit stage, I'm receiving. They're being illuminated to me. Why? Well, always with purpose. And that purpose may be to help share it with the world. Help those, who may be going through what you went through. You got to trust yourself. Sun, card of Leo. And it's about feeling like a kid again. You know what I mean? It's like, some of you, it's interesting because I get a feeling there could be potential of you like moving home. But others, I feel like this is just talking about it's like a brand new day. The sun is shining. You wake up, you bounce out of bed. Well, that's like barely ever me. But that's the difference, because the Hermit really has learned to live in that cave and seek wisdom and the light within that cave. And the Sun is the opposite. Nothing can hide in the Sun's energy. There's no shadows. Okay. Keep going. You have Virgo and Leo right here. And it's interesting because my daughter's also Scorpio. This would be me. This would be her brother Steve, my son. I love how the Hermits are really being illuminated, though. So I feel like and sometimes you don't even know that you're that wise until you start speaking. And let's take my daughter, for example, right? When she does tarot, I feel like a part of her comes out that she doesn't even realize comes out. You know what I mean? And that's like that wisdom. And sometimes you only recognize that when you move into it, you do something. All right, we have the Page of Wands. We have the World, the next chapter. A new portal. Yeah, it is something to celebrate. Well, hello, Two of Cups. We have the Lovers and the Two of Cups. Two Cups connected directly to the world. And then we have the Six of Wands. Victory. You know what I like about the Six of Wands? It's the energy of where your energy becomes alluring to other people. Like, it's almost like the law of attraction type of energy. It's like the right people are drawn to you, you know, just because you in some way can help them. You know what I mean? Like, other people are looking up to you, but it's due to your actions, not, you know, yes, your words, but also your actions. So this is a great energy. You know, this is energy. The only thing I got to be careful is my head doesn't get too big. Anyway, it's victory. 666. We have the Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Well, that's a reason to celebrate. That's the energy of joy. King of Swords under that. Alright, we're just going to go right ahead and bring in the Luminous Tarot. Give it a couple shuffles. It's interesting, this bottom line, because it starts with the sun, right? Complete illumination. You know, it really is about, like, it feels like a brand new day. You know, maybe this Page of Wands is like, you know, you're feeling, what's the word I want to say, like, adventurous. You're feeling adventurous. Your curiosity's been piqued, what have you, and you follow that. And then here's the world, which is like, okay, it's time, like, to open up this next chapter. And what follows it immediately is the Two of Cups. Now, whether that means love or, you know, because soulmates, you know, like my daughter and I are soulmates, you know, friends are soulmate, you know, like, there's more than just love. But, same breath, we do have the lovers, you know. Anyways, Two Cups is what follows it. And then the Six of Wands, so. Alright. Why can't I pick this up? We have the Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Interesting, because I'm just looking at the energy that is coming over, and Five of Cups, sometimes I feel like it's a choice. It's the energy of where I'm looking at all that I've lost. That's where my focus is, right? My focus is, you know, down. But the meaning, or at least to me, first of all, it's a 5, so it speaks of change, right? Change. There's 2 cups behind that person, and here's the 2 cups right here. It's interesting because here's the 5 of Cups and here's the 2 cups. So right now there's distance between them, but this is also how I choose to look at something or life. Now, you may have every reason in the world to be like, you know, all that I have lost, but you need to start thinking about all that is yet to be gained. 5 is change. And a roll with punches. We have the 9 of Swords. Kind of like, it was like, sideways. It's interesting because it almost feels like 2 different sides of you. Nine of Swords is about unnecessary worry. I'm worried about something that maybe I don't have a lot of control of. Maybe I'm worried that the Five of Cups, or the Five, why do I keep calling it Cups? The Five of Pentacles will happen, right? Almost like I'm being thrown out into the cold. But this is unnecessary worry. It's funny, I feel like something good comes your way, and then you worry about it to the point that you overthink it instead of just feeling it, enjoying it. And I definitely feel like it's based in the past. You know, like things that have happened in your past. You know, these cups have been knocked over. But these cups are not these cups. Oh, look at this. Hello. Okay, we'll take them both. Look at this. We have the Three of Cups. 3 cups over here. And then we have the Two of Cups again. 2 cups down here. How interesting. And then what else do we have? Well, hello, Ace of Wands coming over the Hermit. So I'm coming out of that cave. I'm going into the sun. Like, you know, maybe because the Hermit's here, I've had the reflection over these 9 swords, right? This worry. But this worry doesn't produce anything for you. Actually, what it produces is, you know, it shows itself in your health. It can become anxiety, where you no longer trust yourself. So anyways, I feel like something must happen. Well, maybe these Two of Cups came in. You know, I often feel that when we're going through something, that somehow, some way, we're going to meet someone that's going to help us. Whether they're just someone who's temporary or someone who's going to be there for the rest of our lives. And I think that happens when we're just open and just being like, okay, this is hard, but I'm not going to let it get to me, right? If I can't control it, I got to let it go. You know, you definitely learned something major within this Hermit's energy. Because it's producing the Ace of Wands, which is inspired action. Now I'm inspired to maybe teach. Maybe it's some type of spirituality. Maybe it's your spirituality, you know what I mean? Whatever it may be. But it is from, like, you know, the wisdom you've gained. Okay. We have the Chariot. Card of Cancer. We have the Page of Wands again. Page of Wands coming over the Seven of Cups. Interesting because the Page of Wands is also down here. And then we have the Ten of Swords. Okay. First of all, you know, nobody wants to see the Ten of Swords. But I feel like it's giving you a quick little message, like, here's the Nine of Swords, right? And if, you know, it's like, how do we say this? Like, I gotta stop worrying about the things I cannot control. And instead put the focus on me. Now, I mean that in, like, almost like a spiritual way. And I feel like, because it's like, you know, maybe I want something to be in my time, but damn it, it's not happening. And because I feel like that 9, it's showing you that there's the potential of it going to the Ten of Swords. So that's something that becomes a pattern now, and maybe a pattern within you. But here's a Chariot. Coming over that Five of Pentacles, and how interesting I said that I feel like in the Five of Pentacles type energy, you start to meet people or someone who helps, let's just say. But the Chariot is about you and the balance you found within yourself. And it's following the Hermit with the Ace of Wands. It makes perfect sense. You're ready, right? You're ready to take over this Chariot. A Chariot has unlimited potential. I can take it here to Europe. Here to the heavens. Alright, I want to keep going. Because there's maybe a few I want to come back and look at. But in the meantime, let's keep moving. We have the Two of Swords. Look at that, coming over the sun. She's wearing a blindfold. She's making that X. And to me, it's kind of like, just pass this house up. Pass this up. Keep going. Then we have the Tower. I feel like the Tower's already happened, because I feel like whoever has gone into the Hermit energy, again, that's where, you go deep. You go deep with yourself, but also with your guides, you know what I mean? You start to figure it out, but you also realize you're your own savior, right? It's like this Ace of Wands again is inspired action. And if you follow that, like here's the Chariot, maybe that takes you right to where you want to be. And listen, maybe you're building it as you go, so who can tell you, like, the potential? But the Chariot is about unlimited potential. We have the Seven of Swords, but I have to tell you, it was clearly in reverse. And I kind of feel like I have to leave it that way. Coming over the world, in the upright, and that's why I feel like I just feel that it was meant to be reversed, like it wanted me to see that it reversed itself. So Seven of Swords in the upright is untrustworthy energy. It's the energy of the thief in the night. By the way, we are in a universal year 7. So, you can just research that and learn a lot about what it's asking from you. It's a spiritual year. It's a more of a slow-paced year. But there's a lot getting done. It is a year where a lot of people, they're saying, is there more to life? And because they're asking, they're receiving, I feel like. Anyways, Seven of Swords in reverse. Especially with the sun here, right? Because the Seven of Swords and the sun, I almost feel like, unless it's a Leo for someone, I don't feel like they could coexist. Because I feel like if someone's doing something that's, untrustworthy, that's against me in any way, the sun would illuminate it to me. Now, there is the Two Swords over here, so I do have to have my eyes open. But I do feel like the sun would get through that blindfold. We have the Magician, the Manifester. Coming over the Two of Cups. Also the Six of Wands. You know, first thing I got to say is I got to be careful. Because in the Ten of Swords, you know, this, I do feel like it's a repeat pattern of taking dagger after dagger. And maybe I just keep taking people's daggers in the back. Right? Maybe I'm looking for someone else to save me, but it's me who's going to save me. It doesn't mean, you know, I feel like the right energy finds you at the right time. But still, I gotta break that tie. You know, I gotta be like, I cannot keep taking these daggers. And I just feel like because you're in that energy, what's not trustworthy will drop away. Anyways, the Magician, very powerful energy of manifesting. I feel like with the Seven of Swords right below or right next to that in reverse, that's a good thing. And the Magician's coming right over this Two of Cups. Well, here is the Two of Cups. Some of you, this Two of Cups, or let's just say the realization, or everyone, you know, we have two of Cups. Everyone in the Two of Cups has the realization of the other. You know what I mean? It can take time. Okay. I want to look at a couple things. What do I want to look at? All right, with High Priestess. And really what I was looking at is the Lovers. With this Two of Cups right here also. High Priestess, this is your intuition. First of all, I feel like, you know, if anything is, again, there to stab you in the back, I feel like with the Sun and your intuition, good luck. Good luck. Alright, anyways, let's keep going. Hello, Ace of Swords. Communication. Truth. Again, we opened this reading with, it feels like, you know, the fruits of your past labor. So that's what it said. We're coming into play, like, you know, and then a reason to celebrate. And then the Lovers and the Two of Cups. You know, it's almost like it's all coming your way. But the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Swords and the Seven of Swords, those are the things I need to look at so I can eliminate. I got to know where my focus is at. What I focus on is what I'm going to grow. And by the way, you can focus on more than one thing. Anyway, there's that Ace of Swords. That was weird. Six of Swords, it kind of, did you see it did like a whole turn like that in my deck? Whoa. Windy out. Two Six of Swords. You know, maybe it's two people. And both had their baggage that they needed to get rid of. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to mean like it was our past together. It could be like, I had a past, and these are things, you know, like, and I had to learn to clear it, especially Scorpio, because, you know, you have to learn when to close doors. You know, you got to know when something is over. It doesn't mean, you know, again, like one thing ends, but something else wants to begin. That's just life. Don't wait for someone to save you. Save yourself. And then accept that wisdom as yours. We have the Four of Swords, healing. And then we have the Five of Wands. Interesting. That kind of feels like that temper I was talking about at the beginning of the reading. It's funny because I did your reading. I did a reading for you right before this. And then when I went to get it, I, again, foul corrupted. Like, what the hell? So anyway, I'm doing it again. But anyway, I can see some similarities. You know, I wish I could share it, but it's gone. Anyway, the Five of Wands. With the Six of Wands down here. Five of Wands, I feel like it talks about, this could talk about a certain person where, like, you're seeing like a lot of butting of heads. This is the energy where nobody really wants to back down. Like, I'm right, and that's just the way it is. You know, I feel like this is the energy where if I'm expecting an apology, I probably won't get it. But again, everyone's living from their ego in this energy. You know, if it was producing something, that's one thing, right? Because I do feel like the people in this energy are so like-minded that if they just turn around and work together, maybe they are the soulmates. And then the Six of Wands. You know, maybe it is someone coming in like with that humbling type. God, I feel like that was your last reading. Like, I do feel like somebody comes in who is very humbled. That's weird. All right. But that's what's being healed. It may be the communication. We have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is unexpected. An unexpected cup of fulfillment. Well, we have right at the beginning a reason to celebrate. You know, it's interesting because I feel like I'm reading two sides of you. I'm reading like where your thoughts live. But then I also reading like what I feel like your soul wants. You know, I feel like simply this is saying sometimes we feel like something is over and we feel like, oh, that's it. But I feel like your reading is trying to tell you that there's so much more you have yet to discover. And your inspired action is a big part of it, right? The seeds that you plant today will be your harvest tomorrow. Planning for the long term, abundance from past choices. That's always happening, right? What I plant today is my tomorrow. You know, it's not a one-time event. That is through your whole life. The magician knows that. So, I think I'm going to leave that be. But I do want to look at Jesus. Well, Mother Mary sends you this card because you have a close and personal relationship with her son, Jesus. They both hear and lovingly answer your prayers. Jesus offers healing support to you and your loved ones, as well as helping you have faith in God's miracles of love. This card is also a reminder that Jesus loves you and everyone in this planet, regardless of faith. He's a wonderful role model of forgiveness, integrity, and love that you can emulate in your current situation. Amen. All right, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. Pray that everything is okay with the video. And I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.